Welcome back to Games of Hayden. I'm Hayden, and this is my dad.
That's right, guys. I'm Mark, and today we have a really interesting game for you. It's what is it called?
Charon Inc.
Charon Inc. Now this has got a very interesting theme. The first thing that came to mind when we read through the instruction book was the movie
Avatar.
The movie Avatar. The whole idea of Pandora and us humans going there to rob it of its resources. Well, this game is much like that in that the players take on the role of CEOs of corporations who are on the distant, it's like the moon that surrounds Pluto or something like that. And we are there to mine it of its resources. So, you know, space themes, and us as teeters, we love space themes. So we kind of got wrapped up in the game as soon as we got it. So let's just open it up and see what we get inside.
Yeah. Inside the box you get an instruction book, you get a board, you get a white bag, and you get all kinds of color flags, but they're in 5 colors. You get a deck of cards, and the deck shows you places, and they have numbers at the top, and it shows you how you can build them. Then we get all kinds of colors of jewels. Get red, green, white, blue, and you get a white ginormous jewel too. Now we'll see how the game is played. Now you can set up the game.
That's right, dude. So first thing you do is you grab your flag. So
each color has 7 of their own color.
So you have 7 flags, and the first thing you notice at the bottom of the board right here is a round. Keeps track of what round you're in.
And you put the big, large white jewel on round 1.
There you go, dude. And then in the middle, on the left side of the board, there's 5 different areas, and we'll zoom in on it in a second. But that just has special abilities that each player is going to be able to earn for each round. So you're going to put 1 flag in each one of those.
The special abilities.
And then you'll have the player order or the turn order at the top. You're going to put a flag there. And lastly, put a little flag in front of you to mark that I'm the white player.
So
hey.
I am gold and he is.
That's right. Quickly before we explain these jewels, the moon's got a couple different colors on it. It's got 4. It's got gray, blue, red, and yellow. Now this just differentiates the different size of board you're going to use depending on how many players you have playing. So the gray is for a 2-player game.
For a 3-player game, gray and blue, and so on. You'll get it.
That's perfect. That's a perfect explanation. Okay, so the most important thing for you guys to understand right now is that you need to seed the moon. And to do that, you take the little white bag.
And you get 3 of each color jewel. So 3 yellow, 3 purple, 3 blue, 3 green.
There we go. And we put them in the bag, shuffle them up.
And we take 1 and put them in all of the areas. And then we fill them up with the right color that was already there.
Bam, just like that. So that's how every round we're going to do that. We're going to seed the moon and put jewels out. So that's just the area, what kind of resource they produce.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much how we set it up. Let's take a close-up look on the board now.
Yeah.
All right, guys, here's a close-up look on the board. At the top, you have your play order right there. And then here are the 5 different special abilities in the game. There's Stolen Intelligence, which allows you to move a flag. There's Rare Mineral Find. The person who owns this at the end of the round gets a special wild gem. Engineering Advance lets you search the discard pile. And then you have Synchronization, which allows you to change all of one color jewel for another color jewel. And then you have the Underground Warehouse. Normally, the trade value to the bank is 3 gems to the bank for any color gem of your choice. But if you own this one, it only takes 2. And then you also can keep more gems. And then lastly is you have the round marker. Here's the moon again, and the jewels after they've been seeded. And one other quick thing to notice is that there are little spots around each of the areas, and that'll make sense in a second when we start talking about making or staking a claim. Now let's just take a close-up look on some of the cards.
Here's a close look up on the cards. At the top is the victory point value. So this is worth 4 points. Right here it tells you what its name is. A Cora, a factory, a refinery, a power plant, a spaceport. Let's say I wanted to build a spaceport. I would at least have to have 3 black gems, 2 purple gems, and 2 blue gems to build spaceport.
Okay guys, a quick note on the cards. At the beginning of the game, you're gonna actually start off with a
discard pile.
That's right, with a discard pile already in place. Now this will make sense when we talk about some of these special abilities.
Yeah.
And in this discard pile are the
really good cards that have 12 points.
The best cards in the game. So they're starting off in the discard pile, the embassies. Okay, so that's important to know. And at the beginning of the game, you're gonna each be dealt 3 cards. Only at the beginning. On the beginning of each round, you're only going to get 2. But at the beginning of the first round, the first game,
3.
You get 3 cards. And each player, if you're playing with 3, 4, or 5, are going to not discard, but take 1 card and place it in a common pile. Okay, so each player is going to take 1 card and place it in the common pile. So Hayden took a number 4 Corey, and I took a number 9 Galactic Exchange, and we're going to place it in the common pile. That will make sense in a little bit. Now I want to talk to you guys a little bit about gameplay. The first thing you're going to do on your turn is you're going to start staking claim to the moon. We do that
by taking one of our color flags from any of these special ability boxes and putting them on the moon.
Okay guys, when staking a claim on a piece of land, I have 3 options. First option is to place it in the crossroads, which is in the corner. This is now influencing 4 pieces of land. It's also considered the weakest position for a flag.
Yeah.
And by that I mean this. Your second option that you can place a flag is in the middle of the road. Now this trumps the outside. So for this piece of land right here, if I'm in the corner influencing this one, and this one's in the middle of the road influencing this one, the white beats the blue because he's in the middle of the road. The last place you can place it is the strongest, and it trumps all over. And that's right here in the middle of the land. Now it's only influencing this land only, but it definitely has a strong hold on it. So in this case, though the brown did have the lead with 2 flags, blue now has the lead with 2 flags, but he's in the middle, so he trumps. And he now stakes a claim on that piece of land. Okay guys, we keep placing flags and staking claim to land until we only have
1 flag left.
That's right, and this is where the game gets really fun. Because when there is 1 flag left on a special ability, you get to claim that ability for the round. But in a 4 or 5 player game, there can be 2 flags, only 2 flags on each land. If there's more, then nobody gets the ability. In a 2-player, 3-player game, if there's more than 1 flag left on the same ability, no one gets it. So this part of the game gets really fun. This is where you jack around with people and try to mess people up. Let's take a close-up look on these different areas and explain what they do.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've staked out our land. Now we move down the special ability track. The first one you see is Stolen Intelligence. If there is 1 flag left on there in a 2-player game, then this is activated. And that player can now, so the brown player can now move any one of his flags to anywhere else on the moon.
So let's say I want to move this guy right to...
Put him right in the middle.
Yeah.
Bam. So now he has 2 flags and he trumps those guys and he controls that land. So that is a powerful ability. The second one you'll see is, what is that one?
Rare mineral find. So if anyone is on that, they now get a wild gem. The wild gem is any kind of gem you want it to be.
That's right. And this one right here, the Engineering Advance, is really important because this allows you to take a card from the discard pile. Now remember, this is where the Big Daddy cards were. So this is a great ability. Okay, and now after you've done that, this is where you start claiming your gems. So you go down the field and you say, okay, nobody claimed these, so nobody gets those. Brown has the middle of the road, he gets those. Brown gets these. And you just keep going on. Whoever has the most stake on the land gets their gems. Then we go down and the next ability is Synchronization. You're allowed to exchange all of one color for another color. And then the last ability is the Underground Warehouse. I mentioned it earlier. Instead of a 3-to-1 trade to the bank, you get 2-to-1. And you're allowed to keep 6 jewels at the end of your turn. Now, normally you're only allowed to keep 2 jewels on the next round. This allows you to keep 6. So let's just talk a little bit about building. Okay guys, once you have collected all of your jewels from Charon, then you start to build things. Okay, now remember, you can build as many of your cards you have in your hand as you possibly can. Now, you can never build the same building twice, okay? So that's part of the game. So if you can always discard and pick another card up if you get the same card. But also, remember the common pile? You can build any of them that are there as well. But you build in turn order, so the person who is in first gets, he might build both of these before he even gets to you. So that is a really interesting part of the game. Once you've done that and everyone has done that, then you make sure you put everything in the discard pile and you get dealt 2 more cards, and then you reseed the moon like we said at the beginning, and it goes over and over again. The person with the most victory points at the end of the game wins
the game.
That's pretty much how you play. This is a very interesting game. Well actually, hey, should we just tell them what we really think about it?
Oh yeah. Okay guys, this game is a pretty good game.
I really enjoyed playing it. Like I said earlier, I love space themes, but this theme really just feels pasted on. It feels like you could have come up with any sort of theme and just made a go at it. So the theme, the space theme, doesn't really feel like you're on the moon playing. It doesn't really feel like you're a corporation, but you know, it's fun. It's a good game. The play time is really quick. There's a lot of different options in terms of how you jack with the other players. It's a great game. But Hayden, what do you like about it and what do you not like about it?
Well, the part I like about it is well, the part I like about it is when I'm on the engineering thing and then I get to look for one of those 12 things. That's my best one. But yeah. My dad, he was trying to trick me to make me not get it.
That's right. What do you not like about the game?
What I don't like about the game is that I don't like the flags.
Flags. So he likes the idea of choosing which role, bonus role you can have, but the components, yeah, they're not bad. Trust me, they're not bad. I have yet to see a Gryphon game come out with bad components, but they're not exciting either. So, you know what, guys? I don't know. Will you give it a thumbs up, or thumbs down? 2 thumbs up. I'll give it a thumbs up, guys. If you guys are into this sort of game, drafting and placement, worker placement kind of thing, you'll really enjoy Charon Inc. If you'd like to watch more reviews, you can check us out at
www.gamehayden.com. Till next time, I'm Hayden Teeter.
I'm Mark.
And now we're out of here.